Great, wholesome, Saturday, 18th day of January 2025 in the year of the Most High, as you and I and all. Yo, day 278 of no days off, nonstop grind. And as I'm getting in the car, I'm thinking to myself, anytime I let people know what wave I'm on, no days off type shit, they always tell me or even when I post it online, I'm like, oh, you need a day off, etc., etc., etc. But then I think to myself, I'm like, yo, I wonder if people that smoke cigarettes, weed, drink alcohol every day, eat unhealthy every day, ever think, maybe I need a day off of this, or anybody else ever tells them, you need a day off, but here I am with this healthy habit, and people are always like, healthy habits practiced consistently over time produce desirable outcomes. Unhealthy habits left to themselves without restraints, no discipline of the body, destroys the soul. The soul can either be designed and cultivated or destroyed by our habits, our daily habits. What we daily do in this body will determine whether we die with a soul or whether we die without one. And our habits is what cultivate, designs, builds up, or destroys that thing called the soul, the ka, the shadow, right? And what is that? That is our emotions, our willpower, and our thought process. So what we think, feel, and do is what determines what becomes of us. Whether we want to accept it or not, everything we think, everything we feel, and everything we do counts. Everything. Whether we are aware of it or not, it counts. However, the more aware of the things that you do, you are, and how they affect your mental state, your emotional state, and your physical and state of being, your willpower, the better it is for you. If you think that the work that you're doing daily doesn't matter because you're doing it for somebody else, then it won't matter. If you think of it as a stressor and a pain, a burden, it will be that. But if you start looking at the work that you daily do as a workout, as something that is building you up, then it shall. Why? Because as a man thinketh in his heart, in his mind, right? Because that is the true heart of man. The true heart is not the medium, the pump that moves blood from the lower body to the other extremities of the body. That's not the heart. That is just the pump. Your heart is in your mind. As you think in your mind, so is the individual. Why? Because what we think is electrical. What we feel is magnetic. So as we think in our brain, so those electrical impulses produced by thoughts produce or induce the brain to release chemicals that allow us to feel a certain kind of way. And what we feel is what we vibrate. And what we vibrate, and at the level we vibrate, is what we attract in our life. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Most High. And then that Word, the vibrational frequency, that energy, molded matter. It gave matter structure. And then that structure, that dust, became a physical vessel through which that vibrational frequency, that energy, can manifest and continue to create in this physical reality that was created through sounds and vibration, right? In the beginning was the Big Bang, right? The virgin birth of the universe from nothingness. From nothingness, everything came to being. Christ. What is Christ? Wisdom, knowledge, understanding, power, all came into being through the Word. Everything counts, family. Everything we do, whether we want to accept it or not, counts. However, if you don't think it counts, then it won't count. For you, at least. Why? Because whether we think we can or whether we think we can't, both answers are true and right. Why? Because each and every individual, as it is said in this book, right? Each and every one are children of the Most High God, right? We are all little microcosmic expression of the macrocosmic expression that is the universe. Each and every one of us is Jesus, having his individual human experience and betraying itself as the Judas. We Judas ourselves, or we Christify ourselves through our thoughts, words, and feelings. Life has no real meaning but the meaning which we give it. Each and every one of us, as I said, and as other many more wiser individuals than I have said, are but miniature manifestations of the macrocosm. Each and every one of us is a universe in itself. We have trillions upon trillions of cells that make up these individual vessels that are us, the vessels through which the energetic force of the universe continues to create through us. Each and every one of us is a God in itself, but we must behave as gods rather than as devils. Each and every one of us is a generator, operator, designer, and destroyer. But most of us are behaving in this modern day reality as destroyer rather than designers of something good and beautiful for others.